Welcome back. And here you can see some of the timber I've got stored. To many people this will be firewood. It's just branches, logs that have been chopped and left to dry. But for me, this is what I make a lot of my projects from. And this pile is all oak. These were sleepers that were left over and going to be thrown into a burn pile. So I sliced them up and I've been drying them for a few years now. So what projects can you make with this sort of timber? Here you can see that I've changed the handle of this saw and replaced it with some oak. And again, these two saws have both had the handles changed, shaping it to fit my hand nicely. And then I've done the same thing with a piece of yew for another saw handle. And obviously turning, you regularly find people using firewood. You can make all sorts of projects with bits of timber. This is some branches that have been glued together to create a blank and then turned into an unusual bowl. But there's all sorts you can do with little bits of wood. And this was a rotten old log that I found. Would have been useless to most people, but it made a really nice bowl. And I think this is a piece of spalted sycamore with some burr attached to it. It's okay, but it was an early attempt at turning. And then when I've processed some of the logs to make bowls or other items, I turn some of the waste from them to square sections and then put them to one side. And I'll use these for other items like maybe pen turning or other small projects. And here's an example of some of the things I've made with the square sections. These are some pens that I've turned on the lathe. I've also made things like screwdriver handles or a handle for a knife. And this is my very first project using firewood. This is a fruit bowl made out of sycamore, given to me by a woodyard because he just considered the wood useless and unable to be used for anything. So it was going to go in the burn pile. And then from one of my oldest projects to one of my newest projects, the beech you can see here in this tub, all spalted beech, came from about 4 or 5 logs that I had. I processed a lot of it into sections. Took quite a long time to cut to size, and I recently made a cabinet with it. This is before YouTube, so I don't have any recordings of making any of this, but I was quite pleased with how it came out. So please subscribe and put in the comments what sort of project you'd like to see me make with firewood.